Hi.
Hi.
So we're here in India, in Pune. So what's it like being vegan in Pune?
It's really easy being vegan in Pune or India. I've not found it hard at all. In fact, it's been interesting. I experiment more with my food now. I try more exotic food now than I used to as a non-vegan. And India is, very vegetarian friendly. So besides the dairy products, which are heavy here, it's pretty easy to just buy soya milk instead of regular milk, and get your fresh veggies and fruit and your carbs and your nuts, and there's no issue.
So you're quite a big activist in Pune. So what type of things do you do?
We've done a combination of stuff here. We do a little bit of leafleting. We do this really nice video outreach where we take iPads on the road and with headphones and request people to spend 4 minutes to watch a social awareness program. And it's very effective because you can see their faces and their expressions, and they're like, I can't believe this is true, and oh my god, what have I been doing? And we do see a lot of change. We do potlucks. We've done some groups here have done a vegan fest. There is a vegan cafe here, so there's a lot of stuff going on, so it's fun. You need to watch. And in terms of dairy,
how are people responding to the vegan outreach here?
We have mixed responses, but I would say at least 80%, 75 to 80% is pretty positive. They do get it the minute they see the videos, the documentaries. They do instantly connect. Their compassion comes up, their empathy comes up, and they begin to make changes a lot. Some of them do go vegan completely. Some of them reduce stuff, like reduce dairy or reduce meat that they're eating. A few of them have even become overnight activists. After seeing the videos, they kind of just join us instantly. So it's pretty good. It's a good response, I think. Dairy is actually the least industry that I have more than even meat.
How do you think we can grow the vegan movement?
Awareness is really important. I like to do a combination of highlighting the social justice issue of it, which is really important to me. So speciesism and the ethics of it through, like I said, the videos, the documentaries, leafleting, brochures. We have even done an all India march which came in the papers. So it was just to show the world that this is a social justice issue. It's not about personal choice. It's not about, taste. It is way beyond that. And awareness, education, support, community support is essential for the movement and for change to happen.
What is your Speciesism campaign?
Speciesism as a concept is very, most people don't know about it. Globally, most people don't know about it. In India, it just doesn't exist at all. So the campaign we tried to do was, last year we did an all India march where there were 17 cities that took part, and it was a synchronized event. So at the same time, on the same day, 17 cities took up to the streets and marched against cruelty, animal cruelty, and against speciesism. So that was a big event, and that, like I said, there were about 18 to 20 articles that were out in mainstream media because of it, and it was the first time that the concept of speciesism was introduced into mainstream media. It is just the beginning. It's a stepping stone. There is a lot we need to do. We're still figuring it out. We're just individuals, we're not necessarily experienced activists. So we're just figuring it out, but we have to find effective ways to get the message across.
You mentioned about effective ways to get the message across. Like, do you think you can apply other social justice movements, the same techniques, to veganism?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, with this march, if you look at any social justice movement, women's right, or anything, they've all taken to the streets. They have all taken to protest in some form, and they've also used education. They've also tried to connect with people, try to make them understand, try to make them relate to the issue. with veganism, see, veganism is just a solution to me. It's a lifestyle solution to the main problem, which is speciesism. But with veganism, you also get health benefits. So that's something we can use, you know, in terms of awareness, because people want to be healthy today. Obviously, everyone does. Also, there are, you know, alternatives easily available and affordable in the market. So it's not really a sacrifice. It's just that people are ignorant of these things. So we just have to make them aware of it. And I have noticed that a lot of people, if not all, but a lot of people do begin to think, question, and make changes the minute that the awareness comes in. And that's our goal as activists. All we can do is make people aware. That's all we can do. I think it's essential for vegans to find some outlet of expressing themselves and why they are vegan. It's not, I mean, it's great that you're vegan, and that's fantastic. You've done the first step, but you have to take it further. Whatever your style is, whatever your interests are, like for example what you're doing, you know, you're just traveling the world, maybe you like traveling, you know, and you're vegan, so you've connected the two, you know, and you're traveling, you're taking movies of vegans from across the world, and you're trying to normalize vegans. So that's something you're interested in, and that's your form of activism, and that's great. My personality is a little more aggressive perhaps, and you know, I like going on the road. I use social media activism a lot, because I think that is the biggest tool we have that other you know, other movements in the past didn't have, was the internet, was the social media. So I'm actually a Facebook vegan, as I call it, because I went vegan after reading some posts, and Earthlings was posted on Facebook, and so I know the power of social media, and I know a lot of vegans who've gone vegan because of Facebook or because of something they read online. So even if nothing else, you want to sit at home and you want to put up a post, that is fantastic. Do that. If you want to do a potluck and serve your friends yummy food, do that. While you're doing that, mention the cruelty, mention the ethics, mention the health, mention the environment. Find some way to get the message out. There are people who are writing books, there are people who are writing, you know, doing artwork, art for animals, there are people who are making music, there are bodybuilders who are using their body to show the health. Whatever it is, find an outlet and speak up.
You have rescued companion animals in your home, so how did that come about?
Animals are like my family more than humans. They always have been, which is why I kind of feel so stupid, honestly, because I have always been an animal lover, and I've always connected with them, rescued them, and it took me till I was in my 30s to figure out, you know, what veganism is and why was I not vegan earlier. If someone had told me when I was a teenager about veganism, I know that I would have gone vegan, which is why I know why the importance of awareness. You know, if that information had been given to me then, I could have saved years of, you know, eating animals just out of ignorance. It was very easy for me to connect to Speciesism because I've spent so much time with animals and I have experienced their individual personalities. Everyone is different. Just like every human is different, every animal is different. Completely different. And they are a joy. They are an absolute joy. People say I rescued them, but the truth is they rescued me.
Oh. In Pune, it's like a really active movement of like there's lots of people that are doing outreach, vegan outreach. So why do you think that's different to other cities and countries?
There seems to be a good bunch. I think what happens is if there is one or two really passionate activists who are, you know, effective in their communication skills, they inspire and guide. So that's perhaps one of the reasons, you know, like there have been, to start off with, one or two amazing people here and they have started this movement. So in other cities in India, I've noticed that there are more health vegans which to me, I mean, it's great. If you're vegan, it's great. But a health vegan is, to me, might as well be plant-based. If you're vegan, you have to do some sort of activism, because like I said earlier, veganism is just a solution to speciesism. So if you are anti-speciesism, if you are vegan for the animals, speak up. And if you start speaking up, you will inspire people around you. If you do an effective job, you will create effective activists around you, and maybe that's what's happened in Pune.
If people want to start getting active, what tips do you have for them?
There are a lot of examples of good activism online. There are leaflets and banners you can print out. You can get the PDF file. Most activists from across the world are very approachable. They will be happy to share their information, their resources free. You just have to download it or print it out. There are videos. All you really need is a laptop maybe, or an iPad. Download a video, get some headphones, make your friends, your family, people on the street watch it. Get some leaflets printed out, they're available online. Give them out. Potlucks, have regular monthly potlucks. There is a lot you can do, and there is material available free or relatively cheap. You just have to take the initiative.
Why did you become vegan?
I had to. I mean, it wasn't even something that it just came out the minute I found out the truth by watching Earthlings, and it was just something that happened to me, There was no question about it. It made sense from so many levels. Initially, it was an ethical thing because it just felt like, how could I be doing this? And then did some more research and I realized I don't need it for health at all. Did further research and I realized about the environmental devastation by the animal agriculture industry. And the more I read, the more documentaries I watch, the more people I connect with, it's still a shock 4 years later about how blind and ignorant people are and how conditioned we have become. The dairy and the food industry have done such an amazing job of marketing themselves, and we are all so distracted and busy in our lives that we just literally stuff our faces, without thinking. Even the health freaks or the environmental freaks are, if they're not vegan, they are blind to what they're eating. They haven't done the research, they are ignorant, and they are stuffing themselves without thinking.
Do you have any tips for people that want to go vegan?
You have to read, you have to do research, you have to watch documentaries, connect with your local vegans, find community support, because it is going to be the food transition hasn't been difficult for me and for most vegans I know, but what is difficult is dealing with the people in your life who question you and laugh at you and kind of trying to bully you, because the minute you're vegan, non-vegans around you get defensive. Even if you don't say anything to them, they feel self-conscious around a vegan. Something in them acts out because they know that they are not perhaps living their values, so that is going to come up for you. It came up for me and pretty much every vegan I know. You need community support. You need to keep reading to keep yourself motivated and inspired. Try new recipes, go for potlucks, do some activism. There is a lot. You just have to take this on and make it a hobby, make it a project, make it a passion. It should.
Thank you.
Okay.